Hello everyone, and welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast as part of the Labostix International. This audio podcast as part of a Sonar and Critical. This audio podcast as part of an Interstellar and Rampage. This audio podcast as part of a Storm Labostix production. In this audio podcast today, I look at and as part of projected works, I look at what does it mean to cope. What does it mean to cope with chronic kidney disease and chronic kidney disease and other conditions? Wherein there is a sort of or there is a sort of a delving into some of the evidence in around this. So so one investigation one sorry yeah one investigation sorry one investigation informs one investigation sort of informs that an optimistic coping style proves effective in young people with chronic kidney disease. Some of the coping strategies utilized by young people also include confrontational coping, supportive and self-reliance approaches, and additionally, where young patients or young people with chronic kidney disease and other health conditions also face challenges or difficulties, difficulties in amongst in comparison to their adult counterparts. So whilst there have been published work surrounding multidisciplinary or MDT approaches to support children and young people who suffer with chronic kidney disease and other conditions, there is no sort of guideline, no sort of formal guideline to support those who are challenged with the varying obstacles of healthcare and healthcare implications. Additionally, there have been several investigations which look at to attain sort of perspectives, implementing sort of surveys or questionnaires, which have been utilized to provide sort of objective information about the extent to which children and young people have coped with chronic kidney disease and chronic kidney disease with other health conditions surrounding a varied range surrounding a varied sort of range in markers of success, such as adaptation such as in around relationships, being employed, undertaking schooling or vocational education, etc. So the following the subsequent audio podcast as part of this series will have a look at, will go into some of the literature. However, this audio podcast was to highlight some of the basis of what it means to cope, in as part of an intro to sort of understanding around understanding the aspects of the literature. So that draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast as part of the Labostix International. This audio podcast is part of a Sonar and Critical. This audio podcast is part of an Interstellar and Rampage. And this audio podcast as part of a Storm Labostix production.